All right, how you guys doing today? We hopping into a little reaction, man. First things first, don't make sure you like that video, hit a little exit full screen, scroll a bit, like it, and full screen it back up. You feel me? So today we got a fun little reaction. Also, I put on this jacket, whatever, pullover, just because I was wearing a wife beater, and I was like, I don't know if that's a lustful causing thing. I watched a video earlier. It was about like men in the gym and what's considered like could be lustful for them. And I'm like, a lot of my shoulders are showing, my biceps are showing. I don't know what could trip people up. I don't even think any girls watch this channel. If you're a girl, comment below. I know some subscribed, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know if they actually watch the channel, right? So y'all can tell me. Anyway, we got a fun little reaction. I saw this one because I was actually researching. I was trying to get the thumbnail concept for an event that I'm hosting because I'm an RA at my college. So we're hosting an event where we're doing something like this, and I was trying to get the thumbnail of just this blank screen, and I got it, and I was like, oh, do all Christians think the same? I saw that in the images thing. Anyway, I saw this and was like, this could be a little fun reaction, and I'm sorry that we don't have the video of the Hebrews 5 review. Trust me, it's fine. I watched the sermons like I think 3 times on the part 2, 2 times on the part 1. I got the info. Gonna probably rewatch it before I record it tomorrow. Hopefully, God willing, we'll record it tomorrow. Worst case, we do another reaction. You guys like them better anyway, but you know, I like the reviews. Anyway, coming from Jubilee. Let's check it out.
I like Christian music.
I'm gonna say off rip. Or I meant to say this before. In my head, I was thinking they definitely go get some whack jobs on here. I'm not gonna lie, everybody look normal. Everybody look normal so far. Everybody look normal.
2, 1, go.
Oh man.
Some Christian music is good and some of it is lame. But that's the same with like any kind of
Yeah,
music.
any genre of music's the
so-
same way. I have to be like in a certain setting or a certain mind state to listen to it.
I kind of agree that some is good and some is bad, but I kind of feel like 60 to 70% of it is not good or like exciting. But maybe I'm kind of traumatized because I could only listen to Christian music when I was a kid.
Yeah,
so now I'm
same.
like,
That's relatable.
yeah, that might be a part of it.
I have doubted my beliefs.
Wait, was it some? Was that the question? What was the question? What was the question? Where the question at?
I like Christian music.
All right, the question was, I like Christian music. Oh yeah, I'd be on strongly agree, right? It makes me feel so much better knowing that I'm singing about something that glorifies God. I don't know if y'all feel the same personally, but just knowing that it glorifies God makes me feel 10,000 times better. Anyway,
3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, I'm gay. I'm from like a little town in Texas. It's difficult to not question your faith because you're told that gay people can't be Christians or Christians can only follow these certain rules that are set out. So for me, when I started to grow and to get a relationship with Christianity myself is whenever my faith became stronger, but it was definitely difficult and I'm still really going through that right now.
There were things that I felt like I was born knowing that God loved me and that God was good. And then when I came into the church a little bit later, there were some beliefs, because I'm queer. So that people were just like, this is what it is, and you can't be this, and like, this is not da 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 da. But the reason I'm in this line is because I never felt that from God. I still felt like He loves me.
I support the LGBT community.
yes, God still loves you. What is a queer? God made man and woman. No, I'm playing, but he did. He did. That's for real. There is no queer. There's no man and woman in Jesus Christ. Doesn't mean there's queer. It does not mean that. All right, but to the question, all doubts are cool. I actually have a video coming about doubts, specifically coming from my last rant about Miller and Uri part 2, that Hebrews 3 one. It's gonna be based on that. It's gonna be a great video, God willing. I think it's gonna be beautiful for a lot of Christians, and that's a very specific choice of word. That video is gonna be beautiful. But yeah, having doubts completely normal. You guys know I really be talking to my agnostic biologist friend who be having me doubting some things until I find out, nah, we good, you know what I'm saying? It just, every single time there's a doubt. Faith in God, and you search for it, and it's broken down every single time, I promise.
3, 2, 1, go.
About to make some enemies.
3, 2,
Felt like He loves me.
1, go.
About to make some enemies.
When we mention support, it means to accept. And I don't accept the lifestyles within the community, but do I love them? Do I want the best for them? I absolutely do. Do I think that we should be mean to them in church? Do I think that we should shun them from church? No, and I'm sorry that you guys had that experience because that is awful, that is horrible. No one should go to a church and feel like you need to run away from it.
It's interesting though, because the thing that has hurt me the most is actually the language with which you're speaking, which is more confusing. I think no one actually shunned me. It was more like this, more like, I love you, but like God kind of wants to like send you to hell.
I do have Christian friends who are queer or gay, and they're struggling, they're abstaining from the lifestyle, but the LGBTQ community says there's nothing wrong with that lifestyle. They're proud of that status, not remorseful or trying to be aligned with what the Bible says about it.
You are literally picking one part of the Bible that you believe and throwing away everything else. There's like certain materials that we're not supposed to wear. There's certain foods that we're not supposed to eat, but we don't discriminate against people who do that. But we do discriminate against people who literally just love someone different.
If you're gonna disagree with it, you also have to understand like the weight of what you are asking a queer person to do. When you look at someone and you feel like they're attractive and you have to disagree with that part of yourself every second of the day, you have to tell yourself, that's freaking wrong, that's freaking wrong. And at like every second, like you don't think that I should not marry a woman that I love?
All right. All right. All right. You know what I'm saying? Where do we begin? First lady who's spitting facts. Lady in the yellow with the hair tied up with the earrings on. She's spitting some facts, right? Do I support you? No. Now you can argue by my actions I support, I went to an LGBT event, whatever. It wasn't just for those people. I mean, technically it was, but I went as in my position to show support that I was rocking, that, I support their existence. Not that I support their lifestyle. And you got to look at it. He talked about like prideful things. It's really called pride. God calls us to not be proud, but to be humble. And they literally be out there stuck about some pride. Took the rainbow, made it an aggro sign, an anti-sign against God. The rainbow, the thing that he made to show that he loves us so much that he would not flood the earth again. They took that and flipped it, made it worse, made it anti-God, right? And to the point that she's talking about with some whatever you think I should tell my brain that person's not attractive. I have to deny that self. You know how many baddies I see a day that I have to tell myself, yo, don't look at that, bro. You know what's going on right now? I don't be looking. I'm looking at this camera, right? Out of my peripheral. You know what I can see? I can see the monitor, the screen, this mouse, because I'm touching it while still looking at you. This water bottle that I just picked up. This microphone that I just hit. The ring light. The thing on my wall. Both monitors, right? I can see all of that. So when somebody walks by, double cheek them on Thursday afternoon. You think I don't see that out the corner of my eyes? And you know where I keep my eyes? Most of the time, I'm gonna be real, most of the time, averted and fixed forward and not on that. But that doesn't mean I can't see it out the corner of my eye. And I have to tell myself, don't look at that, brother. That's gonna make you stumble. Right? God doesn't want that for you. He wants better for you. You know how many women I look at one time? They looking at me at the same time, and I have to stop myself from looking at them, because if they linger their eyes just a little bit long, I might start having thoughts like, oh, she want me? Should I go over there? You know what I'm saying? And I don't need those thoughts. Trust me, believe I fall in love fast. You look at me the wrong way, I've got butterflies. You know what I'm saying? I'm too easy with that. But so that wrong point. Also to the dude, he talked about the Levitical laws. We're not under that. That makes me think that I don't want to say isn't a real person, but like he doesn't have a solid foundation of the understanding of the gospel of Jesus Christ. So like he died so we don't have to follow the law. He didn't come to abolish it, but to fulfill it. So that everything that we couldn't do because the law was just there to tell us we can't do it, his death paid for everything that we could not do under that law. And then all the things that we would ever do in the future, right? So we put all our belief on him, and that belief changes our lives to where we act more in accordance with what he was and stood for.
I'm not saying you should be alone. I'm saying at the basis of anything, I want you to be who God created you to be. And I know that for you, you're believing that I was created this way to love this way. But I would actually wonder, because you're like, well, I want to love who I want to love. There's that attraction. But it's like, where do you draw the line? When I'm a grown man, I like little boys. I am a person, and I know that you don't agree with that. But there are lines, because if we go by how we, I know you don't agree with that, and I know that it is the same.
I think the LGBT is like a huge topic within the Christian community, but it doesn't make it any worse than, like, I drink and stuff, and sometimes I drink in excess, which is a sin. But it just doesn't that's normalized, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't get attacked as frequently as like LGBT would, the community would, you know what I mean?
I just define support differently. I think you can completely support somebody's right to love and feel love without supporting homosexual activity. Homosexual activity is sinful. Raping a child is sinful. We can argue about what's worse or what's more acceptable or what our society has normalized, but at the end of the day, we all sin in different ways. And none of those sins should be celebrated, none of those sins should be condoned, and all of us should be working not to change who we are, but to become more like Christ.
Facts. We're becoming like Christ. You think he was out there kissing dudes? No. But also, there was the one point that I wanted to touch on that the one dude said this, or one of them said, yeah, you have this. Oh yeah, the dude, the Asian dude in front of Tyler with the hat. He said, you have the community saying that this isn't wrong, but are we listening to the community or are we listening to God? Who are we listening to? Right? Whose voice are we supposed to be listening to? Who are we supposed to be more becoming like? The people that are constantly attacked by Christians? Not rightfully, most of the time. And by attack, that just means like, whatever. like reproof, all that, what they would call attack, but also, or God. Let me finish that point. But also, you have to look at all the gay people that Jesus has transformed their lives. They're not gay anymore. I don't care if you've seen this video as a joke, but I can tell you something. Watch this.
Believe that the Lord tonight has set you free. Yes, sir. Turn around and tell those people that I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I thought I like women. Women. I like women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not wear a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
He's not what anymore? He got what? He's not gay? He's not, he got delivered? Oh, so we're just spitting hooey. We're just talking that talk just to be talking that talk. We're not walking that walk, huh? And then when I look this up, y'all can see this right here. Here's his dating preference clip. The clip got derailed a little bit, but just listen. Just listen.
You get hard? Oh, you get hard for women now. I don't get hard for men. So when God takes that desire from you, you are what you say you are.
Right.
Who took what? God took that desire. He doesn't get it for women, for men now. He gets it from women. I didn't want to use his words. He's not getting it, you know. But you get the point. You get the point. Anyway, back to the topic.
God loves everybody equally. 3, 2, 1, go.
You got some explaining to do over there.
It sounds great to say God loves everybody, and God does love everybody, but I don't believe equally. He loves his own children more than the others in the world. He would not send someone that he loves truly to hell.
He is love. That's what his embodiment is. So I think it's impossible for him to not show love towards his children. I don't think there's varying degrees. I think it's all standardized against everyone. Like everyone is loved equally.
I would date someone who isn't Christian.
I'm pretty sure he loves everybody equally, right? The parable of the prodigal son, right? You still come away, he still comes back, he still get that love. That son who's still there, he still gets that love. Same love, same dishing out. People get gifts in different amounts, but I don't think that's how he shows his love, is by giving gifts. I don't think that's how that works. But who knows? Who knows? I don't.
3, 2, 1, go.
Sure, I'll go on this now.
Tyler? What?
I am married. I've been married for almost 10 years to a Christian man. For me, what I feel in the Bible that God describes as a Christian family is two people, husband and wife, who are devoted to serving the Lord together. And we need somebody to come alongside us who is helping us to pursue our purpose and our calling in Christ.
It's totally possible and often happens that people of different religions or someone who's a Christian and that doesn't have a religion at all are able to still work together and are able to still help people grow in their faith.
I totally agree that I could learn from non-Christians, even benefit from relationships with Muslims, Buddhists, or other non-Christians. But the Bible is specific about not being yoked in marriage to unbelievers. Whether you're a Muslim, Christian, or a Buddhist, you find someone who doesn't share that, I think you're missing something core in that relationship, which won't work for any marriage.
But the thing is, when you break down so many of the major religions, a lot of the tenets are the same, and we kind of believe the same thing inherently.
But that's where I disagree. I think we're very different in terms of what we believe. Like we may have similar activities like going to church or a mosque, but what I personally believe about Jesus is not shared with other religions.
No one else agrees with that.
And that's where the truth comes out, right? You don't have that. You don't have that, right? Because our perspective is seeing God as the husband, Jesus as the wife, and we are the wife to Jesus, right? It's a whole thing. It's husband seeing how the husband acts there, but also knowing how the bride's supposed to act in terms of submittance, right? We're in both that role, and the woman is in that role to the kids, right? We're all in equal roles. We all know what's supposed to be going on in different ways. And I ain't gonna lie, I be looking at Muslims sometimes, and I'm like, if I could get a Muslim to convert, right? Because I like the hijab, the niqab. I forgot to look it up. The niqab. All right, here we go. The niqab, I like that one. Not gonna lie, I rock with that. The burqa's a bit much for me, but I like the niqab, right? Everything else, that's cool too. I'm not gonna lie, some girl was in the gym today with the pretty sure the hijab, not a shayla. I'm pretty sure it was a hijab. She was in a gym with that. Pretty much this exact same fit. This thing was like tan though, and it was like this kind of pink. Coming.
Oh.
Right now I'm looking at the types of Islamic veils.
Okay. Nice. Wait, is it recording? Wait, this is.
That was my coworkers doing their little patrol around the building, making their little stop in my room. Back to the topic. This has been much. This is cool. Growing gym was this with this pink. This was tan. It's doable. Anywhere is doable. I seen the beach fits. Hold on. Dripping as hard at the beach should be illegal, bro. Dripping as hard at the B should be. She doing the pose too, the look down. Like, come on now. Come on, you getting the water in that and everything. And everything. That's drill. That can't be a beach. That can't be a beach fit. You know what I'm saying? Jake look puffy. See? And it's not even fully just about like the whatever modesty part of it. It's just like the aesthetic is just tough to me. But the only thing is like, how many people are gonna come up like, you're Muslim? And I'm like, no, Jesus Christ, man.
I am waiting to have sex until marriage. 3, 2, 1, go.
I wish I could be over there, but I can't. Unfortunately, I made some bad decisions when I was younger. The people that I've been with prior, there's always a piece of me with them, you know what I mean? Like it's something I can never get back. It kind of bums me out a lot because it's like I wish I could have saved myself all the way until marriage in all aspects of physical relations.
As far as sex goes, I mean, that ship already sailed, but I do think that as a Christian, I should be dating to find someone to be with long-term or finding someone to marry. And so part of that does involve sometimes waiting a little bit longer, to like have sex and to like really be intimate.
So I personally am actually not even kissing until I get engaged, which a lot of people don't believe me about, but I had a 2-year relationship and I promise it happened and it was hard.
Strong,
I'm rocking on that ship too. None to the engagement just because hugging's enough. A hug is enough. No getting in the same bed, no cuddling, no nothing. Just hug. Hug is enough.
I particularly like it, but I just find so much strength and closeness to God in reserving my physical expression of love for people. Even though it's very, very far from easy, it's something I'm so excited for. To be able to tell that person, I saved this, the most intimate part of myself for you, because God was the only one who had a key to my heart before this.
If I died now, I would go to heaven.
I like the way she said that. God was the only person with the key to my heart before this. That's beautiful.
Before this.
If I died now, I would go to heaven. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm a good person, but I'm saved by faith in Jesus Christ who forgives me of my sin. I know where I place my faith, and that's why I know where I'm going to go.
I don't know, it's hard to know exactly what specifically is considered the biggest sins that will keep someone from going to heaven, especially for me when I haven't put as much thought into it as I should.
Christianity is not about just making sure you're checking off all the boxes to go to heaven. I feel like that robs us of the heaven that's present here on earth. All I'm responsible for is doing my best every day, and I pray that I do that every day, and I think that's true for everybody. Everybody is just responsible for their best.
No, everyone's not responsible for their best. They're responsible for God's best, what he can do through them, and then, you know, just not succumbing to their pleasures, trying to take themselves out of the equation, let God shine through, right? We're just these earthen vessels for God to use for the betterments of his kingdom and his will, right? Then for the other dude, there's no sin too big that Jesus hasn't washed away. When Pastor Paul talks about how are we saved, he brings it back to the basics. How are we saved? Through faith in Jesus Christ. What does that faith do? It wipes away all the sins we've ever committed. And when Jesus got on that cross, and right before he died, what did he say? It is finished. So boom, any sin you could ever commit that's washed away by the blood is finished. Everything you could ever do and never have done is wiped away, right? Yeah. So are you saved by your faith in Jesus Christ dying on the cross and being Savior and God? Yes. You're going to heaven, my boy. You're going to heaven. Now you just got to start praying and let that change your life. Let that way change your life, man. Yeah, I hate this video. You know, I think it was pretty good. Definitely should have added a pastor at the beginning talking about some what Christianity really stands for. But you know, other than that, W video. All right, that's gonna be the end of the video. Hope you guys have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.